Alright, I'm really getting tired of people, talking shit towards me and about me. Uh, well, apparently, I commented on something that was like, I can't even tell you how many. Local news channel here, news channel, I'm gonna end up having to go on the actual video itself. Um, on News Channel 2, people marches in Tennessee ahead of inauguration. This is based on the current uh, inauguration that's going to happen in 2 fucking days, which will be Monday. Well, this um, this news coverage happened 3 hours ago, so about 3 or 4 hours ago, and I said people need to shut up. Trump is going to do and have whatever he wants. There's nothing that any of us can do and say to preventing it. And a person said wrong. This Drew BE5DH said wrong. And then Susan SELLARS 8729 said dictator. And I'm like, no, how is it that I'm a dictator? And I actually will end up doing my damnedest to explain myself, and if this is what it's going to come down to, I'm going to really get tired of it every single damn day. Um, Actually, I'm gonna have to, and react to the guy Drew BE5DH. I said, what can any American do in 2 damn days? What can I mean? Let me get that word. What can any American do in 2 damn days? Unless if it's an unlawful act, that would be the only damn way that is, and that has been tried a few times. He managed to get through it all. My roommate and I have been taking steps and working to avoid his supporters by any and all means necessary, even includes moving to the middle of nowhere Midwest. Now, I don't know how the Susan Sellers 8729 cunt managed to get. Look, what is it? That's the thing. I'm getting tired of people just continuing to just start shit because they think that it's something that they can just get away with. I'm sorry, but no. No, 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 no. No. Just no. Stop. I know everyone has the freedom of speech and the right to interpret what other people say. But mostly what people are saying and what people are interpreting are two different damn things. If if uh these two assholes, I'm just gonna call them how they are. These two cunts were literally the Susan Sellers and um this Drew cunt decided to actually watch the news like I have, not just local news, but also different news coverage from around the fucking country. Maybe those two cunts would actually shut the fuck up. So one of his, a Republican supporter tried to assassinate him at a park in an open area in another state. Trump managed to survive through that. Another time, I don't remember. I know there was 4 times altogether. I just can't remember the other two. Um, Another time he was on a golf course and some guy tried to get him out of existence by there. He managed to make it through. He's gotten court cases that were against him on criminal charges. The only court case that he has not been able to get rid of was the 34 felonies that he did in New York. But with with inauguration coming up in 2 days, there is a slight chance that he will end up, once he takes office, fully takes office, he's going to end up making sure that that goes away as well. I don't like the guy. I don't like what he believes in and things like that. Don't call me a fucking dictator, because if you do, I'm just going to call you how you are, a cunt. And I have no fucking problem calling a person a cunt. It could be male, female, white, black, Asian, Middle Eastern, pink with purple fucking polka dots. You want to act like a cunt? You are a cunt. And I will literally say that to both their faces. To this um, Drew and Susan Sellers. I will say that to their fucking faces. Anytime they want to come face to face with me, they can. I will call them what they are. Two cunts. The thing is that there's been so many ways that people could have easily gotten rid of Trump legally, and every single time, not just legally but also unlawfully, well, lawfully and unlawfully, people have tried to get rid of this guy prior to his second term. The problem is that he's always came out on top. The reason why, he's got a bunch of people on his side, and anyone who threatens that is literally bound to just end up in jail, prison, or in the fucking morgue. Basically 6 feet fucking under. And he's got a bunch of supporters, not me, but I know a few people that do support him. And I just, you have to pick your fucking battles. I've had to learn that not just once, but multiple times. I'm still learning that. But the thing is that you have to pick your battles. And this is one battle at this time that I just, you know, all right, just step away, just, just put out there the fucking obvious that everybody already knows, that there is nothing that's going to stop this guy from doing what he wants whenever he wants. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. And yet, I have to make a fucking video about reacting to 2 cunts who want to try to aim their anger at me. I'm sorry, but that's the thing. There's so much stupid shit that goes on. Of course, Trump has came out on top every single time when someone would try and to just lawfully and unlawfully get rid of him. That's like, okay, that's like, for example, and this happened to me years ago, and I was actually trying to enjoy my day, but I just couldn't let it, you know, this small little incident had just ruined my day when this happened, and I it was about several years back when there was a place here in Madison called China Star before they got in trouble, like literally before they got in trouble for their food being undercooked and some of the food being overcooked and the whole missing cat and dog thing went on. But I think in truth, what really got them to be shut down was that the Asian buffet restaurant named Hibachi. That's where the old Piccadilly it was, and which Hibachi is now. People started going to that, and China Star just lost a lot of business. Now, where China Star used to be is Bojangles. Still same play, still same location as the previous place I liked, but the Bojangles here, oh, love it, love it to a full detail. Um, but beside the point, I was sitting at China Star in my usual spot, and I always sat up front, at the front window, at the corner table, like the area you come into now where Bojangles is at. You actually still come in that same area, uh, from Gallatin Pike. It's the entrance right as the drive into parking lot entrance from Gallatin Pike to the front. And what's and I'm sitting at the table next to the window of China Star at the corner, and I just happened to notice, and I swear I thought these two elderly black ladies were nice as can be, but when they started talking about this white skinhead asshole who tried to assassinate um, Barack Obama, and I think this was during his campaign or he was already president. I can't remember which one, but it was all over the news. It was on the newspaper. And I just happened to overhear that and I said, "Ladies, excuse me, I did hear about that." And I did hear about that. It was all over the news. And one of them said, "Oh, so you actually know the guy." See, back then, I wasn't the hothead I am now. If someone had falsely accused me of that now, I would be I would be furious. I would be pissed off to the point where I would want to wring the person's fucking neck. Regardless of racial background and age, I would not give a fuck. But back then, I wasn't like that. I was just I I couldn't continue my meal. I couldn't do anything. I just decided to go up to the cash register and pay my tab and just leave. Because what those two women did, it just hurt. It hurt so damn bad. I just paid my tab at the restaurant, went home, and stayed home. At that time, I was living in a in a halfway house group home setting, and I just stayed there. I just didn't want to do anything because it had hurt that bad. Being falsely accused like that just hit me hard. And I did not like it at all. And I say, yeah, this had to been about, I say, '07, '08. Right. Let me make sure that my information is correct on that. Okay. Um. Okay. It would have been about around the time he was. No. This would have been around the time he just started becoming president because I can tell you now that that trip to China Star was in 2010. I had just yeah, it would have been about 2010 because I was in well, no. Shit. I don't even know if it was 2010 or not because I had in 2009 I had just lost my first apartment because of me being stupid enough to let a bunch of people in my apartment. That was my fault. Um so I had to go into another group home until I end up getting another apartment. Luckily, I did get another apartment. So this would have been, yeah, it would have been '07, '08, around his time of his campaign. Because I thought, hey, what, that's not too bad. I mean, first black president, hell yeah, let's give him a chance, you know. And, from '09 to 2017, hell yeah, he did pretty damn decent, in my opinion. But he did have his own flaws, but, you know, who doesn't? That's anybody. That's everybody. Um, but when those two women did that, I just couldn't. I just left the restaurant and went home. Back to the group home I was in. Um, Now it's like, what? Why? I'm not a fucking skinhead. I mean, yeah, I get the 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 frohawk haircut every now and then. I keep the goatee. I keep some of well, the goatee and the mustache goatee. But I mean, I've been letting us grow out for a while. But other than that, yeah, I keep all of that because I like it and it's easy to take care of. Um, but so why the hell would someone misinterpret the obvious and the inevitable? I don't think I'm just gonna say now in a day and a half. I don't think in 36 hours. I don't think anyone's gonna be crazy enough to try and to do anything to Trump in 36 hours. And yes, it's 10:56. I just rounded off to the nearest, you know, 12-hour interval, which is 36. 12 noon, 12 midnight on January 20th. 36 hours. Um, but why? Why would anybody do that? I mean, it's inevitable. There, I mean, you really have to really. There has to be something that can really be done in order to stop this guy from actually taking office, and I don't think it's going to happen in the next 36 plus hours. I highly fucking doubt it. It would be a miracle, yes, but I highly fucking doubt it because it's inevitable. So, I mean, it's that close. I mean, if people are going to call me a dictator, white supremacist, whatever, you fucked up. Because I will stand toe to toe with you. I don't care if it's verbally or physically, I don't give a fuck. I will stand toe to toe against you and tell you that you're a fucking cunt and you're wrong. Because I am not any kind of fucking goddamn support of that fucking asshole. I just learned to back away and choose my fucking battles. But people continue to make it to where I have to fight these battles every single fucking day because they misinterpret what I say, makes it impossible for me to actually make videos that's worth making. See, my little on the hunt videos for political stuff and for the current events don't get monetized. I don't care for them to. Because why? I would rather be doing videos about, you know, using air guns and airsoft guns or crafting something like just this morning, just a little bit ago. It took me a while, but I do sleep on a camping cot as my bed. The reason why I had surgery, um, 3 days ago last year, which was January 15th, I had back surgery on a cyst in my tumor in my back that was growing. And I tried to get it looked at years ago, and they said, "Oh no, it's nothing you can look." No, but I rather be, I a few hours ago, maybe a no, not even a few hours ago. I take that back. About an hour ago. No, not even an hour ago. Like say a few minutes ago, I got done putting um and no, I don't have, I'm not endorsed by these guys, but I do like their product. These are the Monster uh LED lights, which has these little remotes here. And this one's for my lamp, which is behind my laptop. This one is actually for, damn it, for these. Um, so I have three of these in a box. I actually have two out of the box, one set aside outside of the box, and one in the box. Just, you know, but I'd rather be doing stuff about that because I took my camping cot and put one of the little LED things like this through little opening area of the fabric on my cot, and honestly, to me, in my opinion, it's badass. That is awesome. Um, I'm actually impressed with myself on that, but I would be talking about stuff like that, like how I create different pieces of furniture and different stuff. I mean, hell, I wish there was a way I can actually just be able to get the stuff out of here behind me into my storage unit in a better way and show you guys how I would create shelves and stuff for all this. Um, but let it be known that a bunch of assholes and cunts want to actually just start shit because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I pay attention to this stuff. As I said, it's inevitable. It was inevitable. We could not do anything to get him to stay out of office. We tried. We lost on that. So we have to accept it. If people cannot accept that, well, that's not my fault. That's not your fault. Honestly, it's everybody's fault. It's my fault because I couldn't vote. And that's, I've talked about that multiple times. That's beating a dead horse. But it's basically a fixed point in time. We could not change it. So, if you have the fucking balls and the guts to call me something that I'm not online, you need to make sure that you have the same balls and guts to say it to my face, because I want people to hear it from your fucking mouth. I don't care if you have to do a reaction video against me. I'm willing to take that video and let other people know how you are. I may have people out there who don't like what I say, but I will say this. If there is a politician or someone in government that's doing something wrong and I don't like them for that, I will call them out on it. Like, I continue bringing him up. Freddie fucking O'Connell, Mayor O'Connell of Nashville, Tennessee. His little choose how you move plan literally is going to fuck people over. And evidently, someone tried to send a message stating that his plan is going to fuck people over. So they end up taking an air gun out of from a moving vehicle, and probably an airsoft gun, because I think they said that it wasn't the small rounds, which is a 4.5 millimeter round. It was an air gun, but I think what they did was they found the same kind of rounds I get for my slingshot rounds, and I think this is what they used, because these would actually do more damage to glass. Once I'm able to get to my property in the Midwest, I will be doing different videos on the difference between metal rounds and um, plastic rounds on airsoft guns. These are a little bit harder. It'd probably take about more of these just to make the same weight as this whole bag here. Um, because the rounds I think that they thought the perpetrator was using, I actually got two of them here, two different colors, is this little small guy here, which is a chrome, and then copper plated chrome 4.5.177 inch airgun rounds. These are 6 millimeter. See, they don't even tell the inch size. They're about a. Let's say they're about point. Actually, I have my rulers here. Actually, and yes, I'm using a triangle. They're about a. These particular ones are about, and I'm not saying precisely the correct size because I'm just rounding it off, about 0.25 inch. That's about a quarter of an inch compared to a 0.177 inch. So basically, this is about running it off to the nearest double digit instead of 0.177, that's about a 0.118 inch compared to a 0.25 0.25 inch. Holy shit. Um, but I will be making sure that once I get to my property, I will be doing stuff like that to show the difference on what stuff like that can do. The difference of all types of different things that could be used for, and not just airsoft, but like post-apocalyptic type stuff. The those set of series videos will be known as kill test. What it would do to a zombie, what it can do to an animal for survival, things like that. Um, so bear with me. It's going to be a good few months, hopefully, or a good several months, hopefully. Um, of me actually trying to get that done, but I'm not a Trump supporter by no means. I'm not even a Biden supporter. I just happen to notice. I just happen to see things differently. Where most people say, "Oh, I see one way," and or another person say, "Oh, I see another." No, me personally, I see the points of views from both sides, and that's what gets me in trouble. I can't pick and choose because if I do, it's going to end up getting me in trouble and a lot of people wanting to kill me or beat my ass. Um, it seems like me actually seeing things differently also gets me in trouble with the court system here, which is kind of really fucking stupid. Um, so again, it's just freaking chaotic and crazy. But no, I would rather show people what I can do, create with creative methods on just building things, creating things, doing things, just the show that I different than what I do now. Because that kind of stuff that I do, which I love and I enjoy creating handmade stuff. And I would rather get those videos done and made and monetized to show people I'm not a bad person. But hopefully, who knows, sooner or later, hopefully,